My friend, let me start by asking you a simple question. What is the best investment you can ever make in your life? Some people might say it is buying land. Others might say it is putting money into the stock market. Some might say starting a business. But the truth is this: the best investment you will ever make is not in land, not in gold, not in stocks, not in business. It is in yourself. This may sound simple, but it is one of the most powerful truths you will ever hear. If you do not invest in yourself, then no matter how much money you make, you will always lose it. If you do not grow, if you do not build your mind, if you do not develop your skills, then every opportunity will slip through your fingers. But when you invest in yourself, you become stronger, smarter, and more valuable every single day. And when you are valuable, the world opens its doors for you. Why investing in yourself is the secret to success. Let me tell you something interesting, my friend. Every successful person you admire, whether it is a billionaire who built an empire, a leader who inspires millions, an artist whose work touches hearts, or a champion athlete who breaks records, they all know one powerful secret. The secret is this: the only thing no one can ever take away from them is the person they become. You can lose your money, you can lose your job, you can even lose your house. But you can never lose your skills, your knowledge, and your character. Those things are permanent. They are part of you. They are treasures that cannot be stolen. Think about it. Money can disappear overnight. A business can fail. A job can be taken away. A car can break down. Even your house can be destroyed. But if you have invested in yourself, if you have built strong skills, strong knowledge, and a strong mindset, then you can start again at any time. You can rebuild from nothing, because the real wealth is inside you. That is why truly successful people are never afraid of losing. They know that as long as they still have themselves, they can create success again. This is why the first step toward success is not looking outside. It is looking inside. Many people make the mistake of waiting for the world to change before they change themselves. They say, if I get a better job, I will work harder. If I earn more money, I will learn more skills. If I meet the right people, I will become confident. But this is backward thinking. You cannot change the world around you unless you first change yourself. The outside always follows the inside. If you grow, your life grows. If you improve, your opportunities improve. If you become stronger, life gives you stronger results. So, what does it mean to invest in yourself? It means giving your time, your energy, and your resources to your own growth. It means choosing learning over laziness. It means choosing to read a book instead of wasting hours scrolling. It means practicing a skill instead of always chasing entertainment. It means spending money on a course instead of buying something useless. It means taking care of your body, your mind, and your character every single day. Now let us compare. If you put money in a bank, it may grow slowly with interest. Maybe 5%, maybe 10%. That is good, but it is limited. But if you put effort into yourself, the growth is unlimited. The return is not 5% or 10%. It can be 1,000%. Why? Because when you improve yourself, you are not just improving one part of life. You are improving every part. For example, if you learn how to communicate better, you will not only get better at your job, but you will also improve your relationships with friends, family, and partners. If you take care of your health, you will not only feel better physically, but you will also think more clearly and have more energy to achieve your goals. If you grow your mindset, you will not only see opportunities at work, but you will also feel more positive and confident in daily life. One small investment in yourself creates a ripple effect in all areas of life. Think about it this way. Imagine you buy a new phone. After a year or two, that phone becomes old, slow, and less valuable. But imagine instead, you spend the same money on a skill. Let's say public speaking or digital marketing. That skill does not become old. In fact, it grows more valuable with time. You carry it everywhere, and it opens doors for you again and again. That is the difference between spending on things and investing in yourself. So, never forget this truth. The most important project you will ever work on is yourself. The most valuable place to put your energy is inside you. Because when you invest in yourself, you are building something that can never be destroyed. You are creating the foundation for lifelong success. The story of two friends. Let me share a simple but powerful story with you. It is the story of two young men, David and Michael. They grew up in the same small town. Both came from average families. Both had parents who worked hard but did not have much extra money. Both had similar opportunities. They went to the same school, played on the same streets, and even dreamed together about what their futures might look like. When they finished school, life gave them a choice. This is where their paths began to separate. David decided that after school he wanted comfort. He did not like the idea of pushing himself too much. He thought life was about enjoyment, about feeling good in the moment. He got a simple job that paid him just enough to survive. And when he came home in the evening, he was too tired to think about growth. Instead, he spent hours watching television, scrolling on his phone, and hanging out with friends who also did not think much about the future. He told himself, "I want to enjoy my life. Learning is too hard. I don't want more stress. I will just live day by day." At first, this lifestyle seemed fun. David felt free because he did not push himself. But slowly, year after year, his comfort started to turn into a trap. He stayed in the same job for years. His boss never promoted him because he never learned anything new. He felt more and more tired, more and more unmotivated. His salary barely covered his expenses. Sometimes he looked at other people and felt jealous. He thought, "Why are they moving forward while I am stuck?" But deep inside, he knew the truth. He had stopped investing in himself. Michael, on the other hand, thought differently. He also got a job after school, but he decided that he would not waste his free time. He knew that if he wanted to build a better future, he had to start working on himself. So instead of spending all his evenings in front of a screen, he picked up books. He began reading about success, business, and personal growth. He listened to audio lessons while traveling to work. He joined a local club where he could practice public speaking, even though at first he was nervous and shy. Michael also took care of his health. He exercised regularly, even if it was just running for 20 minutes after work. He ate better food, drank more water, and made sure to rest properly. Slowly, he noticed that he had more energy, more focus, and more confidence. He said to himself, "I want to become more valuable. I want to grow every year, even if it's just one small step at a time." Now let us move forward in time. 10 years later. The lives of these two friends looked completely different. David was still in the same position at work. He was still complaining about his boss, still unhappy with his small salary, and still blaming others for his problems. His health was not good. His energy was low. He felt stuck, tired, and older than his actual age. He had the same friends, the same habits, and the same worries. Nothing had changed. Michael's story, however, was full of progress. Because he kept learning, he had been promoted several times. People respected him because he could communicate clearly and confidently. He was now a leader in his company, earning much more money than before. He even started a small business on the side, using the skills he had developed over the years. He was healthy, full of energy, and positive about the future. Everyone admired him and wanted to learn from him. Now ask yourself, what was the difference between David and Michael? Both started from the same place. Both had the same background. Both faced challenges. But only one of them decided to invest in himself every single day. That choice made all the difference. This story teaches us a lesson. Life is not about where you start. Life is about how much you grow. If you choose comfort, you may feel good in the short term, but you will stay stuck. If you choose growth, the path may be harder at first, but over time it leads to confidence, success, and freedom. So, my friend, the question is, will you live like David, waiting for life to change? Or will you live like Michael, investing in yourself every day until your future becomes brighter than you ever imagined? Your life is like a garden. Imagine for a moment that your life is like a garden. A garden is a place of beauty, peace, and growth, but only if it is cared for. If you plant good seeds, water them, and protect them from weeds, the garden becomes full of flowers, fruits, and fresh life. But if you leave it empty, if you neglect it, then weeds and thorns quickly take over. Instead of beauty, the garden becomes messy, dry, and full of problems. Your life works in exactly the same way. Your mind, your body, and your character are the soil of your personal garden. If you put in the effort to take care of them, they will reward you with strength, wisdom, confidence, and success. But if you ignore them, negative things will grow in their place: laziness, fear, weakness, and regret. Nature does not stay empty. Something always grows. And the same is true for your life. If you do not plant the right seeds, the wrong ones will grow by themselves. Think about your mind. If you feed it with books, knowledge, and positive thoughts, it becomes like a rich green garden. Your ideas bloom like flowers. Your creativity produces fruits. You feel alive, hopeful, and ready to face challenges. But if you fill your mind only with negativity, gossip, and useless distractions, then weeds of doubt and fear take root. Suddenly, the garden of your mind looks dry and weak. Now think about your body. It is also part of your garden. If you take care of it with good food, exercise, rest, and water, it becomes strong and full of energy. You can work harder, think clearer, and live longer. But if you neglect your body with junk food, no exercise, and no rest, it begins to decay. The weeds of sickness and weakness appear, making your life harder and less enjoyable. Finally, think about your character. This is the deepest part of your garden. If you water it with honesty, discipline, and kindness, you will grow into a person who is respected and trusted. But if you neglect your character, lies, laziness, and bad habits will spread like weeds, destroying everything else you have built. Investing in yourself is like watering your garden every single day. It may seem small at first, reading one page, exercising for a few minutes, practicing a skill. But with time, the results are incredible. Just like a garden, your growth is not immediate. But if you are consistent, your life becomes beautiful, strong, and fruitful. So remember this: your life is your garden. What grows there depends on what you plant and how you care for it. How to invest in yourself. Now let's go step by step. Many people understand that investing in themselves is important, but they don't always know how to do it. They think it means spending a lot of money or doing something complicated. But the truth is, investing in yourself is simple. It is about daily choices. What you read, how you spend your time, the habits you build, and the people you surround yourself with. These small decisions, repeated consistently, shape the future of your life. Let's look at some powerful ways you can practically invest in yourself. 1. Invest in learning. Knowledge is one of the greatest powers you can ever gain. The more you know, the more doors open for you. Think about it. Every skill you use at work, every solution you give to a problem, every opportunity you see, comes from knowledge. If you stop learning, you stop growing. Investing in learning can take many forms. You can read books, listen to audio lessons, watch videos that teach you something useful, or take online courses. Each book you read adds a new idea to your mind. Each course you finish makes you more valuable. When you learn, your mind becomes sharper. You start to connect ideas faster. You see solutions where others only see problems. You recognize opportunities where others see nothing. Some people say, "But books cost money. Courses cost money." My friend, do you know what costs even more? Staying the same, staying stuck, staying weak. Ignorance is far more expensive than education. Think of how many opportunities people miss because they don't know what to do. Think of how many mistakes people make simply because they never learned a better way. One book can save you years of wasted time. One single idea can completely change your future. So never stop learning. Even if you are busy, dedicate at least 30 minutes a day to learning something new. Over a year, that adds up to hundreds of hours of growth. Imagine the person you would become if you gave yourself this gift every single day. 2. Invest in your health. You cannot enjoy success if your body is weak. Your health is the foundation on which everything else is built. If your body is tired and sick, it does not matter how much money you have. You cannot use it well. But if your body is strong, you have the energy and focus to chase your dreams. Taking care of your health is not complicated. Eat food that gives your body strength, not just temporary pleasure. Drink enough water. Sleep well, because rest is not laziness. It is recovery. Move your body every day, whether through exercise, walking, running, or stretching. A strong body creates a strong mind. When you are healthy, you think more clearly. You feel motivated. You wake up with energy. But if you ignore your health, no amount of success or money will protect you later. Think of it this way. Your body is the only place you have to live for your entire life. You can buy a new house, a new car, even a new phone. But you can never buy a new body. Take care of it while you still can. 3. Invest in your mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you think small, you will live small. If you think negatively, your life will be full of problems. But if you train your mind to think positively and to believe in possibilities, opportunities will come your way. A strong mindset does not mean ignoring problems. It means facing problems with belief and courage. You can build this mindset by reading motivational stories, listening to inspiring talks, writing down your goals every day, and surrounding yourself with positive people. When you train your thoughts, you begin to see hope where others see failure. A strong mindset makes you unstoppable. Even when life knocks you down, you rise again. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What can I learn? How can I grow?" This is the power of mindset. 4. Invest in your skills. Skills are what make you valuable to the world. People are not paid for their wishes. They are paid for their abilities. If you want to earn more, don't just ask for a raise. Become so skilled that people cannot ignore you. Learn skills that matter: communication, leadership, technology, problem solving. Every new skill is like adding another tool to your toolbox. The more tools you have, the more problems you can solve, and the more valuable you become. Think about it. 2 people may work the same hours, but the one with better skills earns twice as much. Why? Because the world pays for value, not effort. When you invest in skills, you are investing in your future income and opportunities. 5. Invest in your relationships. No one succeeds alone. Behind every great success, there are mentors, friends, partners, and supporters. Relationships are a kind of wealth. Good relationships can open doors, give guidance, and lift you higher. Bad relationships can pull you down, waste your time, and drain your energy. Invest in relationships by learning to communicate, listen, and help others. Don't just look for what people can give you. Think of how you can add value to their lives. Be trustworthy. Be kind. Be supportive. Also, be careful who you spend your time with. If you are surrounded by negative, lazy, or toxic people, their energy will influence you. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, positive, and disciplined people, you will naturally rise higher. Choose wisely, because your environment shapes your future. 6. Invest in your character. Finally, and most importantly, invest in your character. Your character is who you are when no one is watching. It is your honesty, your discipline, your courage, and your values. You may have money, you may have skills, but without character, you will eventually lose everything. People trust and follow those with strong character. A dishonest person may rise quickly, but they also fall quickly. A person with character may take longer to succeed, but their success lasts forever. So, practice honesty. Keep your promises. Do what is right, even when it is difficult. Build habits of discipline. Wake up on time. Complete what you start, and stay consistent. Remember, character is not built in one day. It is built in small decisions repeated daily. The return of self-investment. Let me tell you something very important, my friend. Every dollar you spend on yourself is never wasted. Every single hour you use to improve yourself is never lost. Why? Because when you invest in yourself, you carry the benefits for the rest of your life. Think about this carefully. If you buy a nice pair of shoes, after some time, they will wear out. If you buy new clothes, one day they will fade, tear, or go out of style. If you buy a car, it will eventually break down, lose value, and need to be replaced. If you buy the latest phone, In just a few years, it will become old, slow, and outdated. But what about self-investment? If you spend money on a book, the knowledge inside it will stay with you forever. If you take a course and learn a new skill, that ability will serve you for the rest of your life. If you invest time in exercising and building your health, your body will become stronger and give you more years of energy. These are things that never leave you. They do not fade like clothes, they do not rust like cars, and they do not become outdated like phones. Self-investment is the only investment that always grows and pays you back again and again. The truth is, the return of self-investment is not always immediate. This is where many people make a mistake. They want quick results. They want to see success tomorrow. They want to learn one thing today and see their life change the next day. But real self-investment takes time. Sometimes it takes months, sometimes years, before you see the fruits. It is like planting a tree. At first, you put the seed in the soil, water it, and wait. For weeks, nothing seems to happen. But beneath the ground, the roots are growing. Slowly, a small plant rises. With time, it becomes a tree that gives shade, fruit, and life for many years. That is exactly how self-investment works. When you spend time reading every day, maybe at first it feels slow. You might think, I don't see a big difference. But after 1 year, you will notice your mind is sharper. After 2 years, your way of thinking will be very different from those who never read. After 5 years, the gap between you and others will be huge. The knowledge, the wisdom, and the confidence you have built will separate you from the crowd. The same is true for skills. Maybe you practice communication or leadership today, and it feels hard. Maybe people laugh at you when you try. But if you continue, one day you will speak with power, you will lead with confidence, and you will inspire people. That moment, you will realize every small effort you put into yourself was worth it. Even health works this way. If you exercise today, you might not see big results tomorrow. But keep going for 6 months, and you will feel stronger. Do it for a year, and your body will look different. Do it for 10 years, and you will be healthier than most people your age. That is the return of investment in health. It is slow, but it multiplies over time. Another amazing thing about self-investment is that it creates opportunities. People notice when you grow. They see your confidence, your knowledge, and your skills. Opportunities come to those who prepare themselves. Many times, success looks like luck from the outside. But in reality, it is the reward of years of silent investment. Someone who worked on themselves for years suddenly gets a great job, a promotion, or a chance to start a business. Others may say, wow, they are so lucky. But the truth is, luck comes to those who prepare. Remember this, self-investment is not just about money. It is about time, energy, and focus. You can buy expensive things for pleasure, but their joy fades quickly. When you use your resources for growth, the joy lasts forever. You become a stronger person, and that strength cannot be taken away. So, my friend, be patient. Do not look for quick results. Trust the process. Every book you read, every skill you learn, every exercise you do, and every good habit you build is like putting money in a special account. The interest does not grow 5% or 10%. It grows 1,000%. One day it will come back to you multiplied. You will stand tall, more confident, more respected, more skilled, and more successful than you ever imagined. That is the true return of self-investment. The pain of not investing. Now let us talk honestly, my friend. We often speak about the rewards of investing in yourself, but there is another side to the story that people ignore. The pain of not investing. The truth may sound hard, but it is important for you to hear it. Sometimes what pushes us to grow is not only the dream of success, but also the fear of regret. If you don't take steps to build yourself, you will pay the price later. And the cost is very high. Let us start with learning. The world is moving forward faster than ever before. Technology changes, industries change, and opportunities change. If you don't invest in learning, you will remain stuck while the world runs ahead of you. You may find yourself unable to keep up with new knowledge, new skills, or new opportunities. Think about it. Ignorance is not free. It is very expensive. While others who keep learning move into better jobs, better businesses, and better futures, those who stop learning remain in the same place, feeling left behind. The pain of ignorance is real, and it grows heavier as time goes on. Now think about health. If you do not invest in your body, what happens? At first, nothing seems wrong. You may think, I can skip exercise, I can eat junk food, I can sleep late, but the body always keeps score. Slowly, your energy goes down. You wake up tired. You cannot focus at work. You get sick more often. And when you reach middle age or older, the problems become even worse. Serious health issues, medical bills, and constant pain. All of this could have been avoided if you had invested in your health earlier. Ignoring your body is like ignoring the foundation of a house. One day, the whole structure will collapse. What about mindset? If you don't invest in a strong mindset, your thoughts will naturally become negative. Fear, doubt, and worry will take control. Instead of seeing opportunities, you will only see problems. Instead of acting with courage, you will hesitate and miss chances. A weak mindset is like a prison. You may be alive, but you are not truly free. Life feels smaller, harder, and darker when your thoughts are not trained to be strong and positive. Then there are skills. In today's world, skills are the currency of success. If you do not invest in learning and sharpening your skills, you will remain stuck in low-paying jobs with little respect. You will always feel replaceable because anyone can do the same work as you. Without skills, you cannot demand more money, you cannot stand out, and you cannot create opportunities for yourself. It is painful to see others move ahead while you remain in the same position simply because you chose comfort over growth. Finally, let us talk about character. If you don't invest in your character, honesty, discipline, integrity, courage, then over time, people will lose trust in you. They may smile in front of you, but they will not respect you deeply. Without trust, you cannot build strong relationships, you cannot become a leader, and you cannot have true success. A person with money but no character will eventually lose everything because no one wants to follow or support them. So remember this: not investing in yourself is the most expensive mistake you can ever make. You may think you are saving time, money, or effort, but in reality, you are losing your future. The price of regret is far greater than the price of discipline. The pain of staying the same is far greater than the effort of growing. Small steps, big change. The good news, my friend, is that you do not need to change everything at once. Many people feel overwhelmed when they think about improving their lives. They say, "I need to learn everything, exercise every day, become perfect, and change my life completely." But that is not how real growth works. Self-investment is not about giant leaps. It is about small, consistent steps. It is the daily habits that slowly but surely create big change. Think about a small seed planted in the ground. At first, it looks tiny and fragile. You water it, give it sunlight, and care for it every day. You may not see any results for weeks, but each day, beneath the soil, the seed grows. Slowly, roots spread, a sprout appears, and over time, it becomes a tree that gives fruit, shade, and beauty for years. Your self-investment works in the same way. Small, repeated actions may feel insignificant today, but over time, they grow into something amazing. Let us be practical. What small steps can you take today? You could read 10 pages of a book, even if you feel tired. You could exercise for 20 minutes, whether it is walking, running, or stretching. You could listen to one useful podcast or an audio lesson that teaches something valuable. You could practice one new skill, like writing, speaking, or learning a language. You could write down one goal for the day or one idea that helps you grow. These actions may seem tiny individually, but their impact multiplies over time. The power of repetition is incredible. One day of reading does not make you an expert, but 1 year of reading consistently transforms your mind. One day of exercise does not make you strong, but 1 year of consistent movement changes your body and your energy. One day of practicing a skill does not make you perfect, but 1 year of dedication can make you skilled beyond your expectations. Success is not about perfection. It is about persistence. Small actions repeated every day are unstoppable. Another important point is mindset. When you focus on small steps, you remove pressure and fear. You do not feel overwhelmed by the distance to your goals. Instead, you feel confident, capable, and motivated. Every small action becomes proof that you can grow. Every day, you invest in yourself and build momentum. And momentum is powerful. It creates energy that pushes you forward, even when life becomes difficult. Imagine this. If you start today with just small steps, 1 year from now, you may not even recognize yourself. Your mind will be sharper. Your body will be stronger. Your skills will be greater. Your confidence will be higher. Your relationships and opportunities will improve. That is the magic of small steps. They grow silently, but their results are enormous. So, my friend, do not wait for the perfect day. Do not wait for motivation to come. Start with one small step today. Read a little. Move your body a little. Learn a little. Write a little. Repeat every day. In time, these small actions will create a life that is bigger, better, and stronger than you ever imagined. Final words. Become your greatest investment. My friend, let me leave you with one simple but powerful truth. You are your greatest asset. You are the most important project you will ever work on. You are the best investment you can make in life. No bank account, no property, no business can ever give you the same return as investing in yourself. Do not wait for someone else to change your life. Do not wait for luck, miracles, or the perfect moment. Take responsibility for your own growth. Start today. Put your time, energy, and resources into learning, improving, and becoming stronger. Every small action counts. Every effort you make for yourself will multiply over time and create results you may not even imagine right now. Here at English Achieve, we believe that self-investment is the foundation of success. The more you grow, the more your world grows with you. The more you improve, the more opportunities appear. When you invest in your skills, your health, your mindset, your relationships, and your character, life begins to reward you naturally. It may not happen overnight, but consistency turns small steps into powerful results. Remember this: if you take care of yourself first, everything else in life will start to fall into place. Your confidence will rise, your work will improve, your relationships will deepen, and your happiness will increase. So decide today. Invest in your learning, your health, your mindset, your skills, your relationships, and your character. Make it a daily habit. Do this consistently, and one day, when you look back, you will realize something incredible. You have built a life of strength, meaning, and unstoppable success. Your greatest investment is you. Start now and let the returns change your life forever.